At exactly 6:17 a.m., 5 giant trucks filled with stolen gold rolled slowly into Ouagadougou. Behind them walked 50 captured men, hands tied, heads down, including 4 French operatives. At the front was Ibrahim Traoré walking like a lion through the dust, and when he stopped, he turned to the crowd and said just 5 words that shook the world. "These are the thieves of Africa." It started 2 days earlier, deep in the forests of northern Burkina Faso, where almost no one goes. That's where a secret mining operation had been running quietly for years. No government permit, no environmental checks, just massive machines, foreign engineers and armed guards, digging gold from the earth and sending it out at night. The villagers nearby had always felt something was wrong. They saw men coming and going at strange hours. They heard explosions underground. They noticed trucks moving at night but never returning. But every time someone tried to report it, the local officials brushed it off. They said it was legal or classified. But one villager, an old man named Isaka, didn't give up. He sent his grandson, a teenage boy named Balal, to the capital with a message. Bal traveled for 2 days on foot and hitchhiked the rest. When he reached Ouagadougou, he begged to see someone close to the president. By pure luck, or maybe fate, his story reached the ears of a trusted military officer who delivered the message straight to Ibrahim Traoré. When Traoré heard what the boy said, he didn't wait. He canceled his meetings, called in his elite unit, and said just one thing: "We move tonight. No press, no noise, no mercy." That night, under complete darkness, Ibrahim Traoré personally led a convoy of armed vehicles to the location the boy described. As they reached the area, drones in the sky confirmed it. 5 trucks loaded with gold were preparing to move. What shocked everyone was the presence of white foreigners giving orders to the local drivers. They weren't just engineers, they were French operatives speaking in low voices using satellite phones and protected by African mercenaries in black uniforms. Traoré watched from a distance, then he gave the order: "Surround block, capture." In seconds, gunfire erupted in the air, tires screeched, and smoke filled the forest path. The 5 trucks tried to run, but the road had already been blocked. The foreign men panicked. Some raised their hands, some reached for weapons, but they were no match. Within 7 minutes, all 50 men were captured. Not one escaped. Traoré walked up to the trucks himself. He ordered his soldiers to open the back of the first one. When they pulled the tarp away, the sun caught a golden glint. Stacks of gold bars, more than 30 kilos, packed tight and hidden beneath black plastic. In the second truck, even more. In the third, crates marked with French mining logos. Some were covered with spray paint, but not well enough. The names were still visible. Traoré turned to his team and said, "We're not hiding this. We're showing it to everyone." He ordered the trucks to be cleaned and fueled. Then, as the sky began to brighten the next morning, he prepared a parade that the world would never forget. The plan was simple: bring the trucks into Ouagadougou at sunrise, walk the prisoners in front of them, and make sure every citizen saw what was being stolen from them. By 5:45 a.m., the roads were lined with people. They had heard whispers of something big. They had seen soldiers moving through the night. Now they stood silently, waiting, hearts pounding, unsure of what was coming. And then they saw it. 5 massive gold trucks rolling slowly through the city, escorted by elite soldiers. Behind them, 50 captured men, handcuffed, heads low. Among them, 4 white men in suits, now covered in dust. And at the front, walking alone with purpose, was President Ibrahim Traoré. He said nothing at first. He just walked. The people stared in silence, and then the shouts began. "That's our gold. Look at them. The real thieves. Vive Traoré." Phones came out. Drones flew overhead. Reporters ran to the scene. Cameras shaking with emotion. Children climbed rooftops to see. Women cried. Men shouted in disbelief. When the convoy reached the National Assembly, Traoré raised his hand, and the crowd fell silent. He climbed on top of one of the trucks, stood tall, and pointed to the gold behind him. Then he pointed to the prisoners, and he said, "For years they have robbed us in silence, in darkness with fake contracts and corrupt officials, but today we shine the light. These men are not visitors. They are not partners. They are thieves." Gasps echoed. The Frenchmen looked down, ashamed. The ministers behind the scenes, watching from their homes and offices, went cold with fear. Traoré continued. "This gold was on its way to Ivory Coast. From there to Europe, none of it was registered. None of it would return. And the worst part, they were helped by people inside our own system." Then he reached into his vest and pulled out a sealed envelope. Inside was a list, names of high-level Burkina officials, ministers, and military officers who had been part of the operation. He didn't read them yet. He just held it up and said, "You know who you are. Come forward now, or I will come for you."